Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Leadnap Gaming. It's a little behind schedule, but Star Citizen's a whole new game, so let's dive in.
Systems activated. Systems on.
4 motherboards, 2 SSD boot drives, 6 sticks of RAM, 7 Windows 10 installations, but here we are. Thanks guys for sticking out that drought. The RAM sticks took a hit in the constant in and out, so once the motherboard situation got fixed, I had to narrow down and replace those too. The new system? Blazing fast. You click things and they're running before you're done. This week's video will be a little different. I still don't have the recording software in place, so it's going to be CIG's footage in the background. But speaking of CIG and brand new, 311. Now I know some of you had my last Star Citizen video as some sort of crazy X goings-on, but credit where credit's due, 311 is an about-face by CIG. 311 is the patch we've waited all of 2024, and while I think this should have been in place months ago, it's here now. CIG introduced or reintroduced a whole bunch of things they've promised us for a while now, but one of the things they didn't talk about is what I really think deserves the headline. Gameplay. This is what's been seriously lacking from Star Citizen this year, and the reaction from a number of long-term backers who've been spending every waking moment like it's 3.4 again is a fantastic sign. In my last video, and countless others, I've slammed CIG over the lack of tangible gameplay in the verse. We've had various missions, various things to try out and see for a long time now, but we've not had anything that really tied it all together since, well, 3.4. I know this has been controversial, and while I'm going to sidestep the whole entitlement gate going on regarding this, the reintroduction of PvP demand ties this whole thing together. The Vanduul Helm achievement and award is creating opportunity for gameplay to blossom again. I know some of you will disagree, but follow me here for a moment. Take one of my favorite pastimes, cargo running. Once you make enough money to fill a cat with higher profit margin goods, you end up with more money than you know what to do with it. After that, it just becomes this sort of monotonous, well, I could play something else right now loop. The challenge is gone, and the excitement with it. That's part of what Jumptown was. Sure, it was the only real way to make money back in 3.4, but guys with more money they could spend were still trying to fill every ship they owned when conditions were good. That was the result of challenge, of PvP, of adding a variable. Rewarding players for doing that again matters. Now that 15th trip to Area 18 fully loaded might end with some combat. It sucks losing a few million when your cat explodes, but when that delivery is certain and uneventful is when this game becomes boring. The other great improvement is on the back end. Now, this hasn't been some introduction of some major tech work. The game has felt so much more stable this patch. I think it's important to hit this too, because we always do this, oh, when blank's released it'll fix everything, and it never does, because the bugs always have to be worked out. A year ago, SOX and other tech was being dropped in, and we didn't see the holy grail of stability yet. However, as we approach the 11-month mark, many of these bugs have been stabilized, and the performance of the game is really starting to shine again. Not that it's perfect, but it's starting to shine again. Also introduced is the 100 series, which I think really shows off some of the best skill improvements CIG has developed over these years. Space utilization is near perfect. You really see how far CIG has come on this front. I also really like there's not an animated entrance, and I know I'm not alone there. This ship is fun to fly, yet I have a few major issues with it. Primarily, price. Spend a few dollars more and you have a 300 series. The 100 is awesome, but the real flaw it has is that it doesn't do anything the 300 can't, or the Mustang, or the Auroras. Now, it is a starter ship, so while it shouldn't do anything amazing, the problem is it's priced not as a starter ship. The marketing material is also flawed in this regard. The 300 has a kitchen and a bathroom. The 100 lacks either, rightfully so. CIG, however, repeatedly tells us at some point you'll have to get rid of waste. The 100 series thus limits your range in that regard. It's the sort of ship you fly around Hurston to ArcCorp with a package. Not a ship for those who like to go remote places like the advert suggests. Which again circles us back to price. I want to buy a 100 series because I genuinely like them, but I can't justify the price given I own multiple ships that already do the same thing better. At the same price point, you could pick up the Pisces starter pack. For $5 more, the Mustang or Aurora with both Star Citizen and Squadron 42. 10 more gets you the much more useful Avenger pack, which also lacks that commode though. Which is where I really have the problem. The 100 series does nothing the Aurora can't, but the starter package is far more expensive. Worse, CIG has hidden the other two cheaper options on a website that you have to learn how to navigate. New players interested in the game are now facing a far greater entrance cost for a helmet they're not going to wear much after the first month. What those players are getting, however, is some great new game features. Inventory controls major. This has been lacking for far too long, and I'm thankful to finally see it. Force reactions, well, odds are this will be another table standing scenario. Some of the mocap shown is a touch wonky, but this does at least improve visually in an area that has been lacking in a game known for its visuals. Throwing mechanics, this has always been minor in practice, but let's hope the verse sees more value in this skill going forward. Right behind that is weapons assembly. The Tarkov base will be happy, but generally, to me, this is a fluff improvement. Planetary improvements as well, and again, nothing major here, but we spend a lot of time on planets, so continued improvement there is always nice to see. Greatest in those, however, and long promised, is Armistice Zones going away. I want to give CIG credit here too. This is one of those things they could have royally messed up, but they approached this well, I think. Turrets are no longer just a nuisance. You can now engage people in these zones, but do so illegally, and there really is some consequence to it now. We're on the right path. Really, I think we're on the right path overall. We can all agree there are years to go before it all shows up, but after a year of nothing burgers, 311 really shines. 311 tucks the naysayers into bed for at least tonight. Finally, production seems to be rolling with full steam again like 2019. Return, oh waiters of the verse, there is once again fun to be had. What features are you most excited about? Let's talk in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you all next time.